If you do A-level PE, you might find this useful. So they could ask you about gas exchange at the muscle. And for any gas exchange question, you always want to say, where is the high partial pressure of the gas? Where is the low partial pressure of the gas? And then just acknowledge that the gas will always diffuse from high to low partial pressure. So in the case of the muscle and the capillary, there would be a high partial pressure of oxygen in the capillary because this blood has just come from the lungs and and there'd be a low partial pressure of oxygen in the muscle because it's constantly being used up in aerobic respiration. So therefore, you'd say that there's a high partial pressure of oxygen in the capillary, there's a low partial pressure of oxygen in the muscle, and therefore oxygen diffuses from the capillary into the muscle. And then if you wanted to be even more specific, you could say it then binds with myoglobin in the muscle. And then it's just the opposite way round then for CO2. So there would be a high partial pressure of CO2 building up inside the muscle cell because it's a byproduct of aerobic respiration. There'd be a low partial pressure of CO2 in the capillary, and therefore the CO2 diffuses from the high partial pressure in the muscle to the low partial pressure within the capillary, and some of it will bind with hemoglobin, and that will be transported back to the lungs to be exhaled.